One of the best parts of the SI leader role includes the relationships that you'll form with the SI team, the faculty, and your students. To make sure that you're forming healthy and supportive partnerships across this program, it's important to maintain a level of professionalism and collaboration. Your assigned faculty will become your teammate for the entire semester. The strength of your partnership often correlates directly with the success of SI in the course. It's important that you both stay connected and work well together. With that in mind, here are some tips for working well with your assigned faculty. Number 1, treat the instructor as an ally and never the enemy. Students might complain or become frustrated about certain aspects of the course or the professor, but your job is to maintain a positive attitude and professionalism at all times. If a student is complaining, make it clear that you are the faculty's partner and try to redirect them to a new topic. Step 2. Communication is totally key. Communicate with your professor about planned absences ahead of time and let them know if you're running into issues. Update them on how SI sessions are going and share any concerns that you've noticed. Don't forget to share positives as well. And always ask for permission beforehand to make class announcements. And double check on the day up. Number 3, meet with your faculty to clear up any misunderstandings or confusion regarding course content. And number 4, let the professor know your plans for SI sessions and ask for feedback. Feedback makes sure that you keep growing in your role and make sure that you're on the same page. And number 5 on the to-do list, take the initiative and ask your faculty how you can assist them. You're not a TA, but during class you can help pass things out, facilitate discussion, take attendance, and do other things that will help them. Now that we've gone over the to-dos, let's talk about the please don'ts. Things to avoid when you're interacting with your faculty or with your students. Don't criticize the instructor during your SI sessions. Even if the students are talking about it and your intent's not malicious, it's better to just avoid that situation entirely. Don't grade papers or be involved in organizing or constructing tests and quizzes. Don't portray yourself as an instructor. You're facilitating student learning, not teaching the course. Definitely don't be afraid to ask for help. Direct any questions you're unsure about to the SI coordinator or your instructor, depending on the question. And don't answer questions in class unless you're specifically asked. Now that you've learned how to best support your faculty, let's learn about how you can best support your students. Working and interacting with the students is definitely one of the most rewarding parts of the SI leader role. Here are some easy steps to help you build strong relationships with your students. Number 1, say yes to student requests whenever reasonably possible. Number 2, SI is about more than just improving test scores. Our goal is to help our students become lifelong learners. This means they need to learn the concepts, not just the answers. Number 3, treat students the way you would treat a friend. Be kind, patient, understanding, supportive. This helps build trust and allows your students to open up, make mistakes, and truly connect with you during SI and outside of SI. Check in with your students at the beginning of sessions and check in with them via email and in class. This helps show that you care and that you're there for your students. And be as helpful as possible. But Number 4, and this is a big one, know the limits of your job. If a problem is beyond your specialty, refer students to other resources. Chico State has resources like the Wellness Center, Safe Place, the Food Pantry, and more. Check out the Leader Training Manual for a comprehensive list of resources, their addresses, and their information. And remember, you don't always have to have the answer, but you can definitely give your students some really good options. And number 5, give straightforward, truthful responses. And if you don't know an answer, you can admit it. Say, I don't know the answer, but I'm going to find out for you. Here's an easy do this list. Be a facilitator, use the 3 elements in Socratic questioning, review concepts, empower students, and engage students. And here are some big don'ts when you're interacting with students. Don't allow yourself to be drawn into a confrontation with a student. Don't demand that they explain themselves to you. Don't say anything that makes you sound like some kind of authority figure because you're a peer. Don't blame or shame a student who doesn't know the answer. And definitely don't feel obligated to solve their problems. It's best to be diplomatic and to keep yourself as uninvolved as possible. To quote researcher Dr. Brené Brown in her book Dare to Lead, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. The easiest way to ensure a successful SI semester is to set clear expectations with all of your partnerships right from the beginning. In your first or second meeting with your faculty, make time to ask your faculty what they'd like to see from you as the leader. Ask questions like, how can I best support you this semester? And what have other leaders done in the past that you found created success? For the first couple of weeks of SI, the best way to keep student expectations clear is to simply explain them. Depending on the class size and the attendance, some sessions might need more expectations listed, but for the most part, these ones work well. First, bring your course materials to sessions. Whatever you need for class, you'll likely need for sessions. Second, don't come expecting a lecture, because that's not what SI is about. SI leaders design lessons to facilitate learning, and that often means interactive activities. Third, be ready to participate in those interactive activities. Don't expect to be able to just stay seated and quiet the whole time. Fourth, make sure you sign in. Fifth, it's totally okay to make mistakes, and there are no dumb questions in SI. Sixth, you can bring snacks and drinks. Seventh, your leader won't know your grade. And eighth, SI is all about group work, so participate and have fun. Really, no matter what you put in your expectation slide, it's just important that you have one and you set the tone from day one. Now that you're up to date on maintaining student and faculty relationships, you're well on your way to becoming a superhero SI leader.